Matthew chapter 5, verse 30. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. This lesson is going to make your push, but remember the war. Make your push, but remember the war. And what I mean by that in the spirit is that when you make your push to cut off certain things that is offending you, meaning it's making your eye not single like it's supposed to be, okay? It's putting darkness in your spirit, and it's making it more difficult for you to focus, okay, on doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? When you start planning and examining yourself and say, you know what, I'm finally going to cut this off, I'm finally going to cut that off, I'm finally going to move forward. Well, you have to understand that this is a war, okay? All right? So Satan is on the other side, ready to combat you from your plans of doing what? Cutting this off, cutting that off, okay? Because in a real war, they fight for land, resources, right? Dominance. In this war that we're fighting in the spirit, we're fighting for our soul here, man. We're fighting for immortality, man, for our soul to live forever. Okay, for us to live forever, man, in righteousness and be perfect. Okay, Satan don't want that to happen. His goal is to stop you. So when you make a push, he's going to make a push. Just like in a real war. You got to remember that. Okay. From there, let's go to Matthew chapter 6, starting at verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, talking about your mind, your spirit, the whole body shall be full of light. Right. So when you make a push to trim and to cut this off or cut that off, you're doing that so that your spirit can be more full of light. Okay. So that you can see. We are in a dark place, brothers. A super, super dark place. Okay. And the only way to see is to fight. Is to fight the war, man. Okay. And you're fighting for wisdom, to keep wisdom in you and actually continue to push that faith. Okay. To keep you stable. All right. So let's read it again. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore the eye be single-minded towards his truth, the whole body shall be full of light. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness, man. And the evil is the things that I read in Matthew 5 and 30. Things that are offending you that you need to cut off. That you see is becoming a problem. Okay. That's choking the word that's in you, man. Okay. That's making you less fruitful. All right. Let's read it again. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? And that's Satan's goal. Okay. He's going up and down on the earth as a roaring lion, right? Seeking whom he may devour, man. Who he can make dark. Take you to the dark side, as they say. All right. That's what he's trying to do. So whenever you are examining yourself and you get more serious, more fear, and you want to do better in the spirit and make better decisions, okay, he's going to make things happen to try to throw you off. Okay, so you always got to get ready for the counterattack because it's coming, man. If you think you're going to push forward to do better and it's not going to be a counterattack, then you are fooling yourself. Then you have convinced yourself that you are not in a war. That's what you have done. You have convinced yourself that you are not in a war, but you are in a war. And you got to understand that, man. And that's the point of this lesson. It's the point of this lesson so you can not only examine yourself, but when you do, understand that it's a war. Okay, so you have to be ready to fight for that. Okay. All right. Because as soon as you plan and you start to examine and you start saying what you're going to do better and you start actually going to move forward to do that, but you act like it ain't no war, like Satan ain't going to fight back, then you will never accomplish what you need to accomplish, man. Okay, because when he makes his move, man, you're going to get knocked out because you ain't even looking. You're going to get floored, man, by the things he's going to do. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 6, starting verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right, man. It's not a carnal war. It's a spiritual war. You're fighting for your soul. You're fighting for your soul, man. Okay. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And this whole chapter is great, man. Okay. About the faith against that war, man. Against Satan. Okay. Against the devil. The war he's bringing to you. All right. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Right. Having done all. Meaning you got to fight. You got to endure. Okay. You got to do those things. Matter of fact, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 2. Let's start at verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua. Right. In this war, you have to endure hardness, man. Now, how you going to endure hardness if you think the hardness ain't coming? If you think Satan ain't coming, man, to make his push against your push. Okay. I'm going to say it again. If you're in a real war, a physical war, okay, you think when one side makes a push, the other side ain't going to make a push? You think they're just going to sit there? Why would they do that if they want to win the war? What are they doing? Come on now. They ain't playing games. They there to win, man. Okay. And only one side going to win that war. All right. Ain't going to be no draw going on here. Let's go to verse 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right, man. Okay. So that's why it says things that offend you, like I read in Matthew 5:30. Okay, you got to cut off, man, because you got to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai in this war. You got to be fighting. And when you too busy doing things you ain't supposed to do, man, your fight becomes very weak. Okay, talking about your fight game. Your fight game becomes weak. You ain't swinging. You ain't doing nothing. Just whack. Okay. Verse 5. And if a man also strive for the masteries, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully. Right, man. You got to set your mind in order, man, and push forward in this war. Okay. You got to constantly fight. And you're going to fall down, but get back up. All right. The faith going to get you back up if you have the faith. The just shall live by faith. That's why it says that. Okay. Let's end it on this. Let's go to Sirach chapter 2. Let's start at verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright. Right, because in this war, things are going to come at you. All right. Like in the physical war. And constantly endure as a good soldier, and make not haste in time of trouble, man. Okay. You got to pray. You got to believe in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because in a real war, you run into trouble, man. You're not going to just beat their ass the whole time and not run into trouble, man. Not if it's a real war. I ain't talking about America going to Iraq and bombing Saddam. No, I'm talking about both sides actually fighting for real, man. A real fight. Okay. So it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Right. In this war, you're going to be changed to a lower state at times. Okay. But you got to fight. You got to fight. Okay. And this is where Satan will really mess with you, man. Okay. When you are changed to a lower state, he'll really start doing things and you got to fight, man. You got to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to keep my faith. I know things ain't going like I want to go right now, but I'm not going to give up. Okay. That's when he'll really come with his attack in all kinds of angles, man, to really just take you out fully, man. Okay. Because you can either be strengthened by this lower state or you can be weakened by this lower state in your mind. Okay. And you know what happens in the physical war when they see they got you. Oh, man, they coming with it to just end you. Okay. They coming with it to end you, man. Okay. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Right. So that adversity is going to come. Okay. That adversity is going to come. But back to what I said earlier, the title of this lesson, when you are in the mind frame of cutting things off and making your push in this war, you got to remember it's a war. Okay, so that furnace of adversity, man, you getting tried. Your patience is getting tested, man. Okay, you getting battle tested. Are you a soldier for Yahweh Shem Yahushai or not? Are you really in this to the end or not? Okay, so Just remember the war, Akim. Okay? That's the point of this lesson. Remember the war. When you make your push, Satan gonna make his push. Okay? Don't get thrown off by it. You make your push, and you continue to fight. So with that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, for giving the spirit through this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, Akim, after the truth and sincerity. Shalom.